It's 2 o'clock in the morning and the heater is completely failing. It's on high and it's not even going back up to temp, so I think it's safe to say it is bunged up and beyond fixing on its own right now. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold for the rest of the morning. I gotta go back to bed. Vanlife. Okay, so heater didn't get any better. Kept getting, it's clogged, it's plugged, it's whatever. I had to turn it off. It smells in here so bad, like that unburned fuel smell. The heater's off right now, but I still have this fan open. And my mid fan is exhausting just to get some fresh air in here. And I thought it was gonna work just fine. She was running on high. Well, she was running on 20. Oh, I put my long johns on, not because it's like super cold or anything, but the fan is making it a little breezy in here. If this smell doesn't clear, I'm gonna have to start Lucky just to heat it back up in here. I wonder what temperature it is. I just checked on my phone. It's 4 degrees Celsius, which is that in Fahrenheit, so it's not life-threatening at all. It's more uncomfortable than anything. Somebody else is a little put off by these events. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, go back to bed. Oh man, so close. Only 2 more sleeps. Hopefully the weather just holds, because I really don't feel like ripping that heater out before I get to BC. All right, let's try to get some more sleep, because, my God, it smells so bad in here. It's been about 2.5 hours, and I cannot fall back asleep no matter how hard I try. My brain's just going a mile a minute. Oof. Hello. So I think it's time to get up and get the day started. I think I want to move. I don't think I want to tackle this problem in the Walmart parking lot today. So I think I'm going to get up, I'm going to get dressed, we're going to get Grace hitched up, and maybe we'll move down to Fish Creek Park. Somewhere in the park that's fairly close to Canadian Tire and my cousin's house, potentially. I've got another diesel heater in storage. I might be able to either Frankenstein parts from it or swap it in, but my concern is that it won't connect to the LCD control panel and the power wires. Power wires. I'm obviously still a little groggy, but I know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get up and get the day started and trying to get my head straight and clear and all that. And it's Taco Tuesday, so perfect. All right, well, I may as well get some heat in here. Oh, okay. Got Grace all hitched up. Get this window blocker off. Whoops. Apologies. Jostling you around. It's very dark here right now. I'm just going to drive myself down to Fish Creek. And I got my physical therapy appointment at 10:30. It's 5 a.m. right now, so I guess let's Get this show on the road. You know what I need? And it's a little obnoxious because there's something showing up in my mailbox later today that I ordered for myself. But I cannot wait until then. We'll talk about it later. At least this is one way to get the house batteries charged up and the van nice and warm. 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. Okay. Here we go. Well, the good news is the new wiper blades work well. Bad news is it's still very dark out and it's very hard to see me, so there's that. It's just one of those things, you know? Part of this van life journey of mine. Although it's kind of nice in a weird way. Something's going wrong and I'm now doing something that I don't normally do. And I'm very, very fortunate that the temperatures aren't as good as they are. And that this didn't happen in that crazy cold snap we had like a week and a half ago. Heater worked strong through that, so cannot complain. Oddly, Lucky stinks a little bit now that she's running. Quite sure what that is. Keep our eye on that. Old vehicles. Sun should be up in a few hours. I'm going to start shuffling stuff from Lucky into Grace just to make room for myself, because I have to, as I've said before, collapse my bed in order to get to my diesel heater. I'm not going to film too much of that process. We've been doing a lot of that here on the channel. I'm just going to sort of dig into it and see what I can find. We will start with something smaller first before I start doing all of that, just to sort of rule things out. It's never been what I think it might be, so I don't see it changing now. But it's always good to rule stuff out. And at least now I'll be able to apply my brain to something and I won't have to just lie awake wondering about things. So the one thing I think it might be, again, it probably isn't, but we're going to rule it out, is the muffler itself. I was noticing a lot of condensation dripping out of the weep hole at the bottom a while back, so much so it was creating an icicle beneath the muffler. So maybe this guy is all sorts of, well, effed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to detach the tailpipe, we'll call it, the exhaust pipe, from the muffler and try starting the heater and see what happens. It's probably going to billow smoke, but hey, it might work. All right, super simple to get this detached. I'm just gonna get my Leatherman off of my hip here. We're gonna pull out the screwdriver section. We're just going to undo this hose clamp here. That's actually probably loose enough. Let's just wiggle that guy free. Super simple, barely an inconvenience. What the heck? Well, that shouldn't be that hard. Wiggle, 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 what? Wiggle, 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 what? Yikes. Come on. Get off there, you. There we go. Oh, yeah. All that stuff coming out of the tailpipe. It's not going to be the muffler. There's not even any point in trying. If you don't know what that means, let me tell you. It means my diesel heater is absolutely chock full of soot. Fun. All right, so with that being said, I am not even going to bother firing it up and seeing if it smokes. I know that it absolutely will. It's clearly not just the muffler. I mean, that might play a part of it, but yeah. So, gonna get some stuff out of Lucky, move some stuff into Grace. I Penny with the glowing eyes, get the bed collapsed, and take out the heater that I very recently mounted to the floor with a whole bunch of gasket maker. Fun times. All right, the bedroom is on the passenger seat. The bed itself is slid back. The cat food is moved to the floor so that we have a workstation. The fat pussy is in the cat loft, as she do. Everything else that was under the bed, my duffel bags, backpack, cat litter, is all in the Irish Pirate Queen out back. And I haven't even gotten the diesel heater out yet. Before I do, I think I'm gonna go for a walk because nature is calling and there are washrooms just over yonder. It'll give me an excuse to throw out some garbage as well. Thanks. Yikes. I just caught whoa, that's a very icy piece of ground. I just caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror in there. I look like such a hood rat this morning. Don't run into me in a dark park. Okay, this ice, seriously. It's actually kind of crazy how clear the roads are with the temperatures being what they are, but this parking lot is just nothing but slush and ice and snow still. Treacherous AF. All right, I gotta get my ladder out and get my tool bag. I know what's coming. Also, same rules apply, whether you're shopping for groceries or working on your diesel heater in a park. Park far away from the amenities so you get your steps in. Tool bag. Nailed it. So I get the question quite a bit about whether or not you can smell the diesel fuel, having the diesel tank in here and whatnot. The answer to that question is no. You can't. I mean, unless you spill diesel, but that being said, when this happens, man, it makes the whole house reek. After doing that little walk in the fresh air, coming back here, that smell of like unburned diesel and soot buildup is, that's enough to drive you crazy. Okay, I'm gonna get this guy out and we'll see you in a minute. Yeah, well, I'd say she was a little bit dirty inside. Just a tiny mound of junk. Oh boy. And here we are, fresh. All that crap is in the garbage. We got these mostly clean. I think I'm gonna hit them with some actual brake clean to really get them spiffy. And now it's also sort of like decision time, right? Because this is my OG heater that I have had since I first moved into the van. I replaced the fan on it and it was working like a champ right up until, well, I can't really say this year because the problem started in December, but ever since then it's kind of been this back and forth with this thing, and I don't understand what is causing it to clog up like this and soot up and cause whatever it is, carbon buildup or deposits or whatever. It never used to do that. And I've been running it on high a lot more lately than I ever did before when I wasn't having problems. So, I think what I'm gonna do for now, since I'm so close to leaving for this BC trip and there's gonna be such a long stretch of time where Lucky's going to be stationary and I'm not gonna be living in her full time, this is why I couldn't fall asleep. I was going back and forth. What do I do? Do I go get the spare heater and swap it and risk having to do the rewiring? Do I just get that heater and Frankenstein parts from it for this one? Everything looks fine. The glow plug looks okay. The atomizer screen that I just put in there still looks okay. Or do I call Craze Outdoors and get a planar heater? But it's just like, that's so much money to be spending right now when I won't be using the van right away. So, being honest with myself, I think what I'm gonna do for now, since it's literally 2 more sleeps till I leave, I'm going to go into my Thule. I'm going to get those other gaskets out. I got all of the gasket maker off, that orange stuff, if anybody's curious. It was a little difficult to get the heater apart. That stuff is really adhesive and holds stuff together really well. But I did get it off and I was able to use a little like wire brush to clean all of the mating surfaces. Don't touch that, it's filthy. So I'm gonna get the reusable gaskets that I found last time. And we're gonna put this guy back together once he's all spiffy clean. And I'm assuming at the very least it will work for 2 days minimum. And then at some point during my time out in BC, we'll get him out of there and I'll make a decision. And I'm probably leaning towards getting the planar because I feel like I've done my due diligence with these Chinese diesel heaters. They can be fixed, they can be repaired. I just wish I knew what was causing it to gum up. Might have to be an entry into Unsolved Vanlife Plus Mystery. The sun is coming up, finally. I've also decided to replace the muffler. I think the one that's on there is just chock full of stuff. Unfortunately, I can't get it off the mount. There's a nut and bolt situation that sort of holds it to this bracket. This bracket is attached to Lucky with 2 self-tappers, and the bracket holds onto the muffler with a nut and bolt sort of situation. The one that's on Lucky, 100% rusted. I couldn't even get it off with the impact driver and holding the nut on the other side with a with a ratchet, it's just obnoxious. So I'm hoping I can get the self-tappers out. And in my bag of spare parts, not only do I have gaskets, I also had a new muffler and a new bracket. Everything going to be sparkly new. Well, when it comes to the muffler anyway.
Have I really been so crazy to think your love was mine? Serenading to sinking moons. Oh, I've been so blind as our love slowly turning blue.
There we are. She pretty caked in there. Gonna have to get a new elbow, which is obnoxious. Yeah, well, at least the background's pretty.
Believe that thing you said. No, I don't care where I'm going to.
Fortunately, I don't have another tailpipe or exhaust pipe, whatever. But I cleaned this one out as best I could, and it should work just fine. Put that back on there. There. Nice shiny new muffler with a tailpipe.
And I'm yours still. But this love is my song unsung. That's how you make me feel. So beware of this glowing dream. Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting down the stream. See the star turn black. Morning came, darling, days will come when you're all new. Yes, this love is your song unsung, but it's still true. No, I don't care where I'm going to. This town's too small. Baby, you were my burning tower. Now I'm too high to fall.
Well, we have liftoff. I even put a new glow plug in, the one that came with the gaskets. It fired up right away. I mean, she's nice and clean. Why wouldn't it fire up? So I'm just happy it's working. That's what we wanted, and with the minimal amount of effort. I mean, it was a lot of effort, but I didn't have to go get another heater, get new parts, replace that. I had everything on hand. A hell of a way to start the day. What time? I don't even know what time it is. Still early. The sun is completely up, but it is ticking away. It is blowing on high. Now all I have to do is just remount it to the floor, and I am done with this heater. Obviously, hope for the best, plan for the worst. I hope it just works fine and I don't have to fuss around with it. Not going to put any more additives of any kind into my diesel. We're just going to run this through, and yeah, I am going to have to go to Princess Auto to get myself a new elbow angle, because this is in there. I can't get it out. I use some sort of like exhaust cement for that. Not the worst, right? It's fine. It's nice and hot. No smoke, nice and clean. It's hitting the tire, which isn't that terrible. The problem is when I drive through slush, the tire kicks muck right up into the muffler. So I don't even want to drive a little bit, but we drop Grace, go to Princess Auto, or we just take the whole rig. We just take the whole rig to Princess Auto, get the damn thing, and then maybe I could even get back down to Hotel Walmart before I gotta go to my PT appointment. Before any of that, We have to return Lucky to a livable state. This is what I would affectionately call garage state. Whoa. Heater's mounted back to the floor. Everything is cleared here. Fortunately, the way I gotta do this is slide that out. Then we gotta pull the fat pussy, apparently. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. You gotta move. We gotta move this whole mattress. I'm gonna have to tip you if you don't come. Come on. Crazy kitty cat. Mwah. All right, come down here for a second. Ah. Pull it into the house. All the way up onto the fridge. That's the curtains that should be shut. And fold this over. There we go. Super simple. Back up here. And bed is back. All right, hard part over. Thanks for all the help, Penny. Hi, Penny. All right, let's get everything back into the thing. Litter. There you go. Oh wait, that light. This first. Yeah, there we go. That. Let's push it down. Perfect. Oh. Insulation. Blanket. Blanket. Bag of flannels. Sorry. Oh, bye-bye, pillow. Close this door. And then we need the ladder. Right. There you go. Oh. Bye-bye. This in here. This kind of tucks down there. Now we playing with fire or whatever. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's obviously very stressful when this happens, but this is just things that could go wrong no matter how you live your life, I guess. And at the end of the day, I'm just thankful I can fix it. What else will I do? All right, Lucky comes to life, that's good. I say we get back down to Hotel Walmart. And separate the rig. Which now, obviously, in retrospect, it's a little silly that I brought Grace, but I was planning for worst case scenario where I'd have to end up leaving Lucky here and go off and do all my stuff in Grace, then come back and continue working, but we got her done, and now the day is ours.
Well, I wanna lie on the sofa with you, wearing sweatpants and drinking red wine. Kick our feet, watch TV, eat Chinese, fall asleep with your fingers lacing with mine. We'll just take a load out, baby. Let's just breathe. Oh, just breathe. Got only me, just you and Not your job, not your boss, not the guys that they taught. We'll shadow them all and just leave them on the ground. And then come a little closer. Let's just
Okay, on my way to my PT appointment. I'll be fine. I got 13 minutes to get there, and I'm not that far. I am in such a bad mood, though. Every little thing that was going wrong wasn't even going wrong. Just any little thing that didn't go exactly how I needed it to go, I was getting so angry at. I chalk that up to how tired I am. I am really hoping after this appointment and after I get that 90-degree elbow for the new muffler, I can catch a little bit of a nap. I cannot imagine how my evening will go with my little girl if I'm already starting to feel like a zombie. So, this is not how I expected this day to go. I guess that's part of the fun, part of the adventure. Whoever's handing out these adventures can keep them! Great! That's how out of it I was this morning. I didn't even put my necklaces on. This is not like me. I don't know why I couldn't just turn the heater off, put on the long johns and the thermal top, crawl back under the covers, and go back to sleep. No, we can't do that. My mind can't possibly allow that to be what we do. Why is the heater broken? What caused it to break? Why is it behaving like this? Why didn't it turn itself off? Are we gonna go get a brand new heater? More expensive one? Are you gonna go to Lindsay's? Are you gonna get your spare heater? Are you gonna install it? Or are you gonna rip parts out of it and put it in the current heater? Why is the current heater not working? What did it do? What caused it? Why is it cold in here? Close the fan. Now it's hot. Open the fan. Why does it stink like diesel in here? Shut up! Well, the PT was nice. I'm still exhausted, though. Also, Princess Auto is open until 9 p.m. I may just wait until after I drop my little girl back home with her mom to rip out there and pick up that elbow because, like I said, a little tired. I do have mail to pick up, though, so I guess we could do that on our way back to Lucky. Weird when my brain moves this slow. This is from William F. Boyer. You only need one of these fuses. The minimum was 25. Maybe you can get creative with them. From Bill in Old Denver. Oh, these are for the... Right. We'll save that for an upcoming vlog. Thank you, Bill. We'll put those over here. All right, let's get our butts to our bed. Why are you beeping? Don't you give me any of your nonsense, Grace. Okay. Sorry, Penny, you must be hungry, eh? After all the excitement this morning, you only had your dry food? That's not very cool, huh? Where that wet meat puck at? See, I had the best of intentions, I promise. I cleaned your bowls. Where's your spoon at? Where's your spoon at? Where's your spoon at? I can't see. I can't see. Is it in here? That's, oh, there it is. Attached to the magnetic Yeti mug. There you go. All meat puck. No cookies. That's like a banner day. I don't know how successful I'm gonna be, but I'm definitely gonna give it a shot because I'm not feeling myself through this. Come on. Wish me luck. We'll see how this goes. Time to get into the bed and go in the night, in the middle of the day. Okay. It was better than nothing. Fire that up. Make sure it's all systems go for a little bit here. And then I'm gonna go get my little girl, have my evening with her. And we'll come back here and probably make a late night dinner because I've had something on my mind I've wanted to try for a while, which is what I was going to do today in the afternoon. But the Vanlife gods had other plans for me. And now I can put on my necklaces. There we go. All is right with the world once again. Okay, seize the day. All right, back in the tiny home on wheels. I'm actually feeling way better than I was earlier. The nap definitely helped. And I just dropped Pirate Princess back home with her mom. And I've opted to not go to Princess Auto tonight just because the day I've had. I'm not gonna be taking Lucky anywhere tonight, obviously. So we will put it on the docket for tomorrow, the last day here in Calgary before the events begin. And we will go and get that little elbow piece then. So that is a future Matthew problem. For now, the present Matthew problem is I took my girl out to an indoor playground and she ate there. I did not. So I've actually, and I planned it this way, I've had some garlic sausage cooking away in the slow cooker. Looks delicious. And I'm gonna add a side to this. Again, for those of you that have been watching all of my videos, the one where I clipped her nails very subtly. I got that idea from an Instagram page that I follow. And what I wanna do tonight for this side dish is another one that I saw on the same Instagram page. And essentially, or not essentially, but exactly, it is making mashed potatoes out of Pringles. Would have been better if that can was like that and this one was like this, but life ain't perfect. So let me get set up and let's see if we can make some potatoes out of, well, not real potato chips, but I digress. This up here, and yes, they were on the poop bucket. I don't know where you slow cook your meat, but I do mine on the shitter. Okay, and Miss Penny, you sound hungry as well.
Is it that time again, my dear?
Oh, probably. What we should do first, let's turn on the diesel heater. It's not gonna be super cold tonight, but I'd rather know that it is working. So it's on high right now. We'll let it kick up to temperature, then we'll knock it down to low.
Because that's really the whole point of everything I was doing with this heater, the fact that it couldn't be run on low. And it should be able to. So, all right, you. Feed the pussy. Make some potatoes.
Okay, so apparently it's super easy. All you need is the chips, some butter and water. So, I don't know, this is a pretty big pot. It's also a lot of Pringles. Let's just get them in the pot. There we go. Ooh, I don't know how much it's gonna reduce on me, so we're just gonna use both cans. They were on sale, 2 for $5 or something like that. All right, yikes. That is a metric F ton of chips. Water. Get the chips here, get some water in there. Seems very strange, but you never know. No, I didn't get my wrist tattooed. That's just the number that the indoor playground gives you so you don't steal somebody's kid. It's a good system all in all. All right, there was no exact measurement for the water given. It's an Instagram reel, so I don't know, but that seems, let's start there and see what happens. I cooked out the whole sink. There we go. All right, so here is our vat of potato chips with some water. Let's get the jet boil lit the F up. Light, there we go. It says boil the water. These will start to melt? I don't know. Yeah. Let's see what happens. A little excited. Easiest potato hack ever. People who hate Pringles are losing their minds. People who love Pringles are probably also losing their minds. Ooh. All right. Warming up chips. In our cargo van home. Hello. It's fun finding these things online and trying them out. I can't imagine everything will work. I was very impressed with the biting Penny's neck trick, so here's we go. All right, let's turn the diesel heater down. Don't need it up there. Fingers crossed. You just have to survive for 2 more nights. Please. And while that is coming up to temp, I stopped at the mailbox again. I got this other package that was delivered. It's right here. Plus, there was another package that I had ordered for myself from a local company here. I did talk about it on the vlog, not too many videos back. But yeah, we'll get into that in the morning. It will be more helpful in the morning. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All that good stuff. For now, let's see what we got here. What is this? Oh, this is gonna be from Frances. Yes, darling. She's restocking my emergency supply. Always trying to keep me healthy. Thank you very much, my dear. I will put that over there for now. I don't think putting that into the potatoes would be the best idea. All right, this is becoming very mushy. Looking not appetizing at all, but hey, once we get some salt and pepper and butter in there, you never know. Yeesh. All right, well, the chips have become a stew, which is essentially what you want, I guess. It's looking like mashed potatoes more and more. Turn that heat down a little bit because we're getting some dancing taters here. Yeah, ooh, that was aggressive to say the least. I am not going to be able to eat all of these. Holy Dinah. Hold the phone. Still too hot. Oh, it's spitting. Get it off the heat for a moment. Yeah, that's yikes. That's intense, jet boil. Turn the fan up a little bit. There we go. Ooh, back on the heat now that we've calmed down. There was two different ways that I saw this. The one that I watched, they just added a little bit of water, and it seemed, the way they presented their video, to just sort of evaporate and absorb into the chips. The video that they watched that inspired them, they actually ended up straining out the excess water. I don't really have an appropriate, what is it, a colander? I could use the lid for this thing, but I have a feeling that would make it very yuck. Keep these faux potatoes moving. It smells great. I will give it that. I also opted to go for, where is it? Garlic butter. And by opted for, I mean it's all they had in the store. But I mean, garlic and potatoes, can't complain. Yikes. Those are some runny potatoes. Keep it moving. Potatoes everywhere. This might not have been the best pot to do this experiment in. I'm also burning my arm hair. All right, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm gonna attempt to drain this a little bit just because it seems like there's a little excessive with the water. I'm going to need my oven mitts, as I do. And we're going to need, let's turn the heat off. This stuff is just rocking and rolling. Maybe I just let it cool off. Just let you burn off. You're gonna reduce, Not very thick though. A lot of moisture in there. I don't know, maybe I should just leave it. I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like dealing with that, because then all of that muckety muck is gonna end up in my gray water tank. Never mind, nothing ventured, nothing gained, but staying the same is sometimes safer. At least for your sink. You don't want it to be reason 4,972. All right, well, our vat of potatoes, I don't know that it's getting any less moist. Maybe we put the butter in now. I don't know. Garlic butter for the mashed potatoes. How much we start with? Oh, I don't know. It's a runny ass potatoes. Come on. Get out your Leatherman. Hack off a chunk of butter. Start with that much. Health food. Get in there, butter. Make my potatoes garlicky. Garlicky. Salt and pepper would probably be good as well. That garlic butter in there just makes it smell so good. Turn that heat down a bit more. Still got an absolute metric F ton of moisture in it though. It's more like Pringle porridge than mashed potatoes. I found this in here the other day. I forgot I had it. Actual pepper grinder. Or is it called a pepper mill? Woo, that's one big vat. I mean, it's definitely getting there in terms of consistency. I didn't add any salt because the garlic butter is salted. I don't want it to be crazy, and plus it's already, you know, potato chips from a factory. I want to try it so bad. Hot, it's hot. You gotta taste while you go. It's the law. All right, enough is enough. I am hungry. I want some of these potatoes first. I definitely want a wiener, as you do. There we go. Should have gotten myself some mustard as well. But let's get some of this on the plate. Oh, little runny, but hey, let's give it a shot. That's probably more than enough. First things first, I want some of this snousage in my face hole. All right. Now, let's try a spoonful of these bad boys. Mashed potatoes from Pringles. It's light. They're very hot. It burns. Very water. It's way too hot. Let it cool down. Oh, it's right down there. Made me very aware of my esophagus. Oh, that doesn't happen very often. All right, so first impression, definitely let them cool down. But it's like a really easy way to make some mashed potatoes in a pinch. I can't say I would do it all of the time because I do enjoy an actual mashed potato from time to time. But hey, trying stuff out from the internet. Well, that was a day. It was a day and a half. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting. That happens a lot. Kind of what reminds us that we're alive. And did I do everything the proper way? Probably not. But who's to say what the proper way is? Bottom line is myself, my fur baby are alive and well. Diesel heater is ticking away. It's on low now. We shall see what tonight brings. And hopefully it just behaves itself. It should. It's nice and clean. You hear me? Damn it. And then we will get everything else done tomorrow before our big trip on Thursday. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow. You know what would go real good with this right now? Corn on the cob. I wonder if there's any way to make that from a bag of Smart Food white cheddar popcorn.